Yo, what's up, y'all? Straw Hat Yomo here. We got my boy Dcentos.
Yeah,
Go
what's
ahead,
going
say something for
on?
the people.
Um, it has been a minute, and I ain't got no excuses for you. All right, it's just been a minute, and you just gonna have to accept that. But we back in
Mhm.
here with the reviews, and you see what's on the screen, man.
It is what we're watching or not watching, but talking about Mashle, and yeah, we're gonna talk about the good, the bad, everything
Mm,
about it.
yep.
Anime
Mm,
Harry Potter, basically.
yeah, ain't this your favorite anime, right?
I actually like this show. I enjoyed this show a lot.
Really, really.
Um, I binge watched this show because the homie was telling me about it. And then, people were going crazy off of the second opening. And at first
Hmm.
I was like, I seen clips of the show and I was like, I ain't gonna be that big into it.
Hmm.
But one day I was bored and I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and try it out. And I was pretty impressed. I was pretty impressed.
Okay.
The show is generic, but it's like that good kind of generic where it's also comedy. So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, I don't think we actually reviewed the first season.
Nah, we're gonna
Nah.
do yeah, both two
Okay.
seasons.
Oh yeah, man.
You didn't watch the second season?
No, I did. I did.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I did. Nah, this was one of the ones I was just watching on the side. So I mean, of course, you got the opening "Bling Bang Born." Everybody was singing that. That was like a meme. I ain't gonna hold you. So,
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's cool to see Mash Out back. I think for those of you who haven't seen it, I mean, we'll try not to spoil too much, but it's like I say it's like Harry Potter meets One Punch Man.
Basically.
That'd be my like synopsis of the show. It's just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's witches and wizards, but it's with the seriousness of One Punch Man. Like it's not serious at all. So
Yeah, there's some moments where it tries to be serious, but we kind of know at the end of the day, MASH is gonna, save the day.
hmm.
And but I do enjoy the kind of unique how uniqueness of Mash's kind of like matchups and how he's able to like still, fight and win
Yeah.
against people. I think that was pretty unique and I did like
Hmm.
that. So that's like positive that I have for the show because there's some things I'm like, oh, I never would have thought about that. But there are some moments where I'm like, okay, it's a little bit too cliche,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
I also gotta, give some benefit of the doubt that this show came out in the 90s, I believe. I think.
If the anime came out in
For
the
the manga,
'90s,
the manga.
really, I didn't know that.
Let me double check that. But I
Yeah.
know the or the manga just ended, I think, last year.
Okay.
So it's like it's bringing the old 90s kind of style to,
Mhm.
2024. Of course, there are going to be some things that are going to feel
Mm,
outdated, if that makes
interesting.
sense.
I didn't actually know
But
that. That's
let me double check on
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. We might need a fact check on that one. But I mean, Mashow, he's in a world of witches and wizards, and he can't use magic. And in One Punch Man fashion, he's the most overpowered broken character. And I think I don't know. I mean, we're talking about both seasons here, and I liked, to me personally, I think I like season one more
Oh,
than
never
season
mind. Hold
two.
on, y'all. Sorry. Breaking news. Breaking news.
Mm,
We just found out that the manga was actually made in 2020.
well, okay, that's what
January
I thought.
27th, 2020.
That's what
So
I
yeah, never
thought.
mind. Never
Must
mind.
man said the '90s. I said
It looked like it has that 90s kind of style. I
a
don't know
little bit,
why.
a little bit.
But go ahead, go ahead.
But yeah, I don't know. I like the first season better. Not nothing like I don't know. I think when I was watching the first season, I was intrigued by it. It was something different, and it was funny. And to me, it had a lot going for it. I wanted to see like where it was gonna go. These characters, and it was they got the gags, and you kind of want to see how he's going to like overpower the magical society, and become accepted, and do right by him and his grandfather or whoever his guardian is.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. We get to season two, and it just for some reason it just fell down a cliff for me. It was just maybe for me the jokes were just getting kind of old. But his objective hasn't changed at all. But I guess now in season two, he's fighting stronger and stronger magicians. And it's I guess he's starting to hit that limit where his strength can't do as much, and he actually has to be more clever, which I will put that as a positive, right? I did like that he had to be more clever and strategic during the battles. Like he couldn't just muscle through everything. So that kind of made it a little bit more interesting. But I think for me with season two, I think I like the beginning half with the tournament, and then once what's his name, Endless Zero or Needless Zero or Non
Endless
Zero,
Zero.
yeah. Once the Endless Zeros came in and he was fighting the grandfather of the academy, it just went downhill for me. I just didn't enjoy that arc. I'm not gonna hold
Mm.
you.
I That second season, um, I liked it.
Mhm,
It's different from the first season, but it's still I don't know. The show follows a very generic shonen route. You
mhm,
got the typical, we got to go save this person. Like that's what the first season was. We got to go save this person, and we'll do matchups against that group, the orcas or whatever it is.
yeah,
And second season they got a tournament arc. And I thought that was cool. And then they also bring up the divine missionaries or whatever it's called,
yeah,
and being able to see each one.
mhm,
So I thought it was straight. Like I enjoyed it. I liked it. I liked it. Do I think it's cliche? Yes. Um, but I think it kind of has that going for it, and I
mhm.
think that's why it's so popular and still strong. So
Yeah, I think yeah, I think this show kind of reminds me too much of just One Punch Man. And
fair
I'm
enough.
and I'm not the hugest fan of One Punch Man just because like even with One Punch Man, I do think the jokes in One Punch Man get old as well. Although I do think the jokes in One Punch Man are better. So let me say that at
I
least.
think the jokes in One Punch Man are very clever.
Yeah.
Oh, this is like the very
Like s-
generic
like
Japan like anime
like
gag.
slapstick. I don't know if that's the word.
Yeah, like I'm trying to think of a show that I can compare it to that has that same kind of humor.
Yeah. It's
Um, what show? I don't
like
know. It's like,
it's like
very like in your face,
like like it's like you watching like a 90s Disney Channel show and they play in the laugh track every like 20 seconds. It's like some of the stuff not funny.
Basically, yeah, like okay, we get it, cream puffs, or
Yeah.
okay, his muscles, just stuff like
Yeah,
that, you
like
know.
I don't know, like just to do something a little bit different. I think that would make a more enjoyable.
What do you
Uh,
think about the characters?
I'm looking at the characters right now. We got Mash. We got guy who likes his sisters too much, so
Yeah,
Dot the fire dude, he's cool. I mean Finn. The guy with the what he has like gold hair and like he has two toned hair like
yeah,
yellow
he
and
hasn't
brown.
really done anything.
He hasn't done anything, but he is definitely the most level-headed character. So I
Oh
respect
yeah,
I respect a level-headed character. The girl, she's kind of crazy too. She wants to marry him. I don't know.
yeah.
Like the entire cast, I don't know. Everyone's kind of kooky and weird. So I guess it has that going for it. I don't know. I just I
It
I,
has that fairy tale Black Clover kind of trope of characters where they're all very weird and kooky, like crazy.
yeah, yeah,
And
but the characters in those shows are way better. Uh
uh, I don't know. I'm not saying they're not better, but I just feel like it's the same, where it's the same kind of style. Maybe the way that the
yeah,
creators executing them may be different,
yeah,
but it's
like
the same kind of style of
I see what you're
characters.
saying, but I don't know. I'm a fairy tale and Black Clover fan, and at least to me, those characters get developed much. They get developed as the show continues. So, and maybe these characters will get developed, but I think maybe to me, all these characters see a very they always seem. I think they seem very one dimensional. I think maybe that's my issue with
I
them.
can see that.
I think who else was cool? I don't.
I like the sword guy. Um, I guess Finn's brother,
Oh
whatever his
yeah,
name was.
Finn's brother Rain. He was cool.
He was cool.
Mm,
Mm,
I think okay.
Now I would say this, that fight between the two grand wizards,
Mhm.
It it was very cliche. I already knew like the evil one was gonna win.
Mhm.
It was just how he was gonna win was what I was really like interested in. And I don't know, it just to me it was like whatever. Like you got one guy who's controlling of time and the other guy's like who controls space.
Yeah.
And the guy with space was like, I summoned this, crazy strong space move that should have killed
Mhm.
the time guy, but for whatever reason it doesn't. And he still has
Yeah.
the upper hand. So like stuff like that was like it was very cliche where I'm like,
Mhm.
I kind of already know what's gonna happen. Now, did I
Yeah.
think he was gonna die? Not
Mhm.
really, and he didn't die. So
Yeah. I think
yeah.
I think my favorite fight was it was during the tournament. I think it was like the second or third. I think it was the second round. I think they each had like a orb that they had to like hold or carry.
Now them breaking it the first like
Yeah,
the first part that
and
was
that,
I
that
like that.
was
That was
that was,
funny.
that
That
was
was
funny.
funny.
But when Match had to fight that dude who could like reflect like every hit, that was a good fight. I like that fight.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty good. He's like, all right. He said, all right, I'm just gonna keep on hitting you until you can't take no hits no more. So I thought that was pretty good. I think that might have been my favorite fight in that season.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So yeah, I liked it. It was all right. It was all right.
what
Not
would
too
you rate
bad.
it?
Out of 10, I give like a 7.5.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give it just like a 7 to be honest. I think a 7 would be my score.
Okay.
I would just want it to. I would want it to be a lot funnier for the next season around, and I don't know, maybe made the character seem a lot less one dimensional.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he does improve in that later down the road. I don't know. But yeah, for now, I agree with you.
Yeah, I think that's it, man.
Uh, but yeah, that's our review on Mashle. Let us know what y'all think, if y'all liked it, if you agreed or disagreed, if you liked it, didn't like it. If you just thought it was Harry Potter anime, One Punch Man style, let us know.
All
But
right,
uh, but yeah, that's it. We out. Peace.
peace.